Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alex.
My name is Asa.
I'm Jim.
And we're your astute win counselors to get you through the week with any problems you might be facing or any daily grind issues you want resolved. We're going to get right to our first winner. Our first winner's name is Graham from Castle Rock, Colorado, and he writes, Dear Win, with all the political craziness these days in the media, there's one question that I need to get to the bottom of. Who do you think is more endowed, Hillary or the Donald?
Wow. I don't think this is a hard question.
Yeah.
Easily Hillary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody gets that defensive if they're comfortable with what they have.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You're talking about Trump?
Yeah.
You know, I would argue, I would say Hillary as well, but I'd say not for that reason, not because of the defensiveness of Trump, but because of the dominance of Hillary, right?
Whoa.
It's almost like the Eastern European, the Soviet Union era athlete, jacked up on roids, going crazy, powerlifting 700 pounds, running 140s. You know,
she could lift 700 pounds.
I think she could. She probably could run the 100-yard dash in like 8 seconds.
Especially if in like a crisis situation when the adrenaline is pumping.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I think outside of those two candidates, the most well endowed, I'd say Mark Rubio.
Rubio?
Or should I say Mark Ruby? Wow.
Oh.
Swing.
Darn tootin'.
That's right.
Why? If I may prod.
Because I just wanted to make that joke about his name.
Do you have
okay.
Ace, I think that look on your face is indicating that you might have an inside track. Like, is he slated for the next Enrique Iglesias video or something?
I can't say anything about that. But
the international symbol that you are, in fact, well endowed. You're going to be an Enrique Iglesias video.
That's right. I mean, otherwise Ludacris wouldn't have been in one, right?
I mean, I'm just saying that I've talked to the casting director for those music videos.
Right.
And maybe or maybe not, Mark Rubio's name came up.
Oh. Well, then you might have the answer there. There you go, Graham. It's either Hillary or Rubio. Settled. All right, our next winner is Matt from San Jose, California, and he writes, Dear Win, I'm a bodybuilder and a fitness model. However, last week I ate a double Baconator cheeseburger and fries and still feel guilty about it. Should I, or am I overreacting?
Overreaction, man.
Why is that?
Pump the brakes. Yeah, don't need to be so hard on yourself. I guess it sounds like this is outside of the norm for his diet.
Right.
And that's why he's feeling bad about it, I guess. But you know what? If you enjoyed it, then I think you should just keep on.
I gotta say, I'm sorry, Asa. I think that right there is the exact attitude that is ruining this country.
Whoa, what?
That it's like, oh, okay, you slipped up once. It'll happen. Don't feel too bad about you. No. Well, I'm sorry. What was the winner's name again?
Matt,
you need to man up. You fell off the wagon. You soiled your body with toxic meats and preservatives. Your body is a temple, Matt. What are you doing? If someone was there spotting you, are they going to be like, come on, man, one more bite. No, they would slap that burger out of your hand and smack you across the face and say, what do you think you're doing? What are you doing?
Matt, it's your temple and you can do what you want to it.
Man, well, at least there's some strong opinions here. I mean, isn't there any validity, like if it feels good, it can't be bad kind of a thing?
No, that's the exact opposite of what it is.
And that's
it feels good, it's horrible.
And that's why he feels bad right now. Because it felt good at the time, and now he's still feeling guilty.
A week later.
Yeah. Well, Matt, then there's only two things you can do. You can either become a bodybuilder or remain being a bodybuilder by not eating any of this kind of stuff, or you can take it the Ace's way and just gorge yourself and turn into Jabba the Hutt, and then you can maybe be a different kind of model. You could be like a plus-size model and be on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition next year.
Whatever you want to do, Matt. It's just a matter of will.
You're turning into a failure, Matt.
All right.
You should be ashamed.
There's the teeter-totter of guilt. All right. Well, our next winner here is Jeff from Denver, Colorado, and he writes, Dear Win, I work at a fairly high-volume coffee shop in town and was wondering if you have any advice on how to deal with wild and crazy coffee customers. Coffee customers. Wild and crazy, not just like regular customers, but wild and crazy coffee customers.
I would say make the rules of the game show clear to them so that they know how to play.
Okay. Because that has to do with the app when you go up there and get your coffee, that if you don't know exactly what you're doing, that you're checking into a game show that you don't know the rules to? Or what
Wild and Crazy, I thought this was a reference to Wild and Crazy Kids, the game show on Nickelodeon in the 90s.
No, you know,
right
over my head.
Maybe I took that the wrong way. So I'll reinterpret for a second.
Asa,
Why don't one of you guys?
You couldn't have taken it the wrong way. You know why?
Huh?
Because we are the astute wind counselors.
Yeah.
We know all.
That's right.
That's
I
impossible.
forgot about that.
Yes, don't ever forget that again. Okay.
Sorry.
I would say here's the deal, Jeff. If they're getting wild and crazy because of the coffee, accentuate that, heighten that, make it worse. Make them straight line that coffee. Like have them get like a reserve, right? And get like the strongest coffee you can make and just straight line it right in their veins. And they'll get so wild and crazy they'll start shaking like Tweak, you know, in South Park. And then get them even over to a higher level, and then bam, they just blow up like a grape or like a pigeon that ate Alka-Seltzer.
Is that? Don't give pigeons Alka-Seltzer?
No, because they'll just blow up like you almost shot them with a 50 cal gun.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
They
Don't
can't
do that.
They can't process gas, so they just blow up. So that's what you got to do with these wild and crazy customers.
That
Pigeons
is
don't breathe, man.
No.
Nah, I don't buy that. But this other thing about gas, that's tragically comic.
Yeah, so that's how you get rid of them. I mean, Jeff, seriously, just literally make them blow up if they're that wild and crazy. They want to be that way, so just take them to the highest possible level.
I would just use the tried and true method of get an aluminum can and put some pennies in it,
Okay.
and then when any of them acts up, just like shake it right in their face.
What does that do?
Well, I mean, it works for dogs. It cows them, so I'm assuming it'll work the same.
Oh. Okay, so like, would you do that to like a teething child too? Because I'm trying to relate. This
No,
to
I would
cross-species.
spray them in the face with a water gun.
Okay, the child.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what if you kind of comboed the two? Took the change? No.
Oh, absolutely not.
It has to
No,
be the
these
can.
two methods work on different parts of the brain.
Oh.
The spraying water in the face is going to hit you in more of your frontal lobe, which is your cognitive lobe, your active thinking lobe, whereas the can is more of a subconscious lizard brain, is where that's going to affect. And you don't want to affect both of them at once, or people will just malfunction.
Then it might actually explode like a pigeon, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then it could kind of serve the purpose too.
I don't want to explode people. Alex, that's your decision.
That's true.
Because, frankly, if there are people exploding in my coffee shop, that is a lot more cleanup than I want to do.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, well, there's your answer, Jeff. You got a couple of good solutions here, I think. Stacy from Providence, Rhode Island, she writes, Dear Win, I'm debating if I should take one more student loan out to go back for grad school this fall, or should I wait to see who the next president of the United States is first, or take out the loans and just say, screw it. Any suggestions?
Yeah,
So
take out the loans and skip the country.
Oh, that's a good idea. Go on vacation.
Yeah.
Or just start a new life altogether with the loans on the
Exactly.
U.S. Okay, so the
Yeah.
taxpayer's dollar pays for her new life overseas somewhere.
Yep.
That's a brilliant idea. What do you think, Ace?
I would say skip the travel. Still take the loan, but instead of going traveling, just use that money to print a forged doctorate or degree or
Brilliant.
whatever it is you're going for.
$50 is all it costs.
Yeah. So maybe you don't even need the loan for that. But
You know what? That you're onto something here, because now you can kill two birds with one stone. For $50, you can get any degree you want online. Because I had a buddy of mine that did this and fooled his own dad in college. Okay, he was sending the money from overseas, paying for his tuition and all this stuff. He never actually enrolled to school, and then 4 years later, he just literally found someplace online to print him out a degree. Cost him $50, right? And to this day, his dad doesn't know. And if his dad were to find out, he'd be completely disowned. So now you print that out, the degree, the fake $50 degree from Yale, Harvard, whatever you want to graduate from. And you take the rest of the money and you travel to that's right, to EDM festivals. You travel, and you buy a Porsche, and you travel in style to these EDM festivals off the taxpayer's dime.
Let me just throw it out there. Some of the best EDM festivals are in Europe, so you're going to want to get a hover Porsche
True.
so you can cross the ocean.
Yes, absolutely right. And then you can drive as fast or hover as fast as you want. Brilliant idea. Okay, we got one more. I think we got time for one more question. Why not? Let's try it. We got Tim. The next winner is Tim from San Francisco, California, and he writes, Dear Win, should I hold out for the perfect IT job when getting back into the job market, or is it arrogant of me to think I should be entitled to do so?
No, I don't think you should hold out. I think you should take whatever you can get, but just keep applying for jobs.
Okay.
name your terms. Make your own position.
Oh, brilliant. you know what, Tim? Start your own company. And if it doesn't work, then who cares? And then start another one. And if it doesn't work, start another one, and start another one, and start another one. And then you're never holding out, but you're not arrogant either because you're not succeeding.
It's the Trump method.
That's the Trump method.
And there's always swaddling.
You can always get swaddled.
The big swads.
And be a doorstop. Well, we got one more little piece of inspiration then for you, Tim, Stacy, and Jeff, and everyone else to get you through the rest of the week, and that is known as Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
Hey, what up, Virgos? You better Virgo to the World Improv Network Facebook page and give us a like over there. You can check us out on Twitter. Give us a follow at World Improv Net. Check us out on YouTube, the World Improv Network channel. And we also have a podcast that's available on iTunes, the World Improv Network. Leave a review, leave some stars. And as always, you can check us out every Sunday night. Sunday, here on Mile High Sports Radio, AM 1340. And if you do that, you won't Virgo insane.
Thanks for listening to Win on Mile High Sports Radio. Don't forget to be a winner and interact with the cast by sending your suggestions or questions for each show segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line on Sundays before or during the show. See you next week.